Wayne.
I'm Sandy.
And we're from
A Homestead Life in Appalachia in West Virginia. And we are doing a video collaboration with Practical Modern Homestead on if our 2018 goals for our homestead were reached. And I have my little note cards here. So a lot of our goals were reached and a lot of them weren't reached. But I think for the 8 months that we've been here, I think we've done pretty darn good.
I think we've been pretty successful.
The
first success is we moved off grid.
That was the #1 goal, and we did it in April of this year. We left behind everything. We got rid of our house. We got rid of our business.
Got rid of our rental apartments and rental house.
Had a huge yard sale.
Motorcycle, boat.
Yep. And we moved out here in our camper. And we were in our camper for 3 months before we got our cabin that we're in.
And we're on 38.5 acres in Clay County, West Virginia, off grid. We're a half mile from the nearest paved road.
As a hillbilly would say, we's in the woods.
Deep in the woods. Almost far enough to have to pipe the moonshine out and the sunshine in. But since we have solar, thank God we get sunshine.
Yeah, you know when people say, go until you hear the banjos playing, well, that's us. Go until you hear the banjos playing.
We do have neighbors. We have 2 neighbors. We have, it's a small family. It's a mom and her son and his significant other. But usually the son and significant other aren't around. They work so much, they're only here about 3 nights a week, and other than that, we very, very seldom see the mom. So we pretty much have the whole holler to ourselves. We're surrounded by
peace and quiet.
Thousands of acres, hundreds if not thousands of acres of pretty much just uninhabited area. So therefore we are, it's quiet.
And off-grid. Did we mention off-grid?
Yeah,
we're off-grid. So, first I'll tell you some of our goals that we reached in 2018. And we already told you the biggest one. We moved off-grid. And we got our cabin. And we are in our cabin.
Well, it's a shabin.
Yeah, it was a shed, and we've made it into a cabin. It's a 12 by 32 shed with 2 sleeping lofts. It can get pretty hot up there at night, too, when that wood stove's going, but it's okay.
Cook and heat with wood.
We have a Baker's Choice wood cook stove and love it.
Bought it from Lehman's. There's a shout out to Lehman's. We love Lehman's.
We go to Lehman's at least once a month. We're about 3 hours from there. And they're in Kidron, Ohio, if you don't know. And they cater to the Amish and off-grid people. And if you need something off-grid, they're your people to go to.
And they have some of the greatest sales staff. They don't try to push anything on you. They tell you the cheapest and or easiest way to do things. So they're great.
We had a successful garden for the most part. We didn't get it fenced in, so of course I got no kale, no spinach, no beets, because the rabbits ate it all.
I can't see it as that's a real loss of those. Oh, no, beans I see as a loss.
Well, not everyone's like you. So we got to start eating more vegetables. I know you don't like it.
Beet and green beans.
Hey,
taters and green beans.
I made you cabbage last night, and it was good.
Yeah, it was edible.
I fried cabbage last night. It was really good. Anyways, so that's one goal that we have for 2019 is to fence in the garden so that the little critters can't get into it.
One of our goals is fence in all 38
we want to fence in
preferably.
all of our property because we do want to get cows and some donkeys and we don't have to worry about our goats running off then because they free range too. So do our chickens. We just finally started letting our chickens free range and I finally got 2 eggs. I'm happy.
Yay.
Let's see.
We got the temporary shelters.
Yeah, we got the temporary shelters built for the goats and the chicken coop.
Yeah, the chicken coop's pretty much
it's
semi-permanent
until we move up on the hill where we're going to build our cabin at. Next most important thing that we accomplished this year was getting running water.
Yes, running water and running hot water, actually.
Yeah, hot water. We actually can take a shower and all that. And yeah, thank God. He took a shower last night. Thank gosh. Yeah.
No, we do have to haul our water. We haul it approximately half a mile, just right near the paved road. We haul it. We do have a gravity feed system that we use for summer, fall, and spring. But then we also have a winter configuration where we have a tank under the cabin, uses 12-volt power from the solar and battery bank, and pumps up to our tankless water heater, which is the greatest. And then all we have water is in, we have kitchen sink.
I could take a 275-gallon shower if I want. It's awesome.
Yeah,
and I say 275 gallons because that's how big our tank is.
Yeah, you do it. You can go to get water next time.
No, you can do it for me.
Right.
I'll let you. The next biggest thing that we got, we did the composting toilet. So we don't have to go outside to do our business.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, that thing is awesome.
Doug and Stacy really got us onto that. If you're doing the off-grid thing or considered it and you haven't checked out Doug and Stacy from Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy,
check them out.
Check them out. We actually met them at Lehman's,
That was before we moved off-grid.
Took some while before we moved off-grid, and Doug.
I asked Doug. I said, yes. What do we do? What advice would you give to someone who is wanting to move off-grid but doesn't really know if they're sure about it? And he looked at me, he said, just do it. So that's what we did. We just did it.
And that's what we suggest to anybody else. Just do it. Anybody asks us, I don't always tell anybody, we don't ever tell everybody to jump in neck deep like we did and go full off grid. Maybe you wean yourself off the grid.
Well, we kind of did that.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
We started using oil lamps, and when everybody's power bills was $400 and $500 a month, I got ours down to $70 because I wasn't using power at home, and we used the oil lamps at night.
Yeah, we cooked with gas.
We covered up with the blanket instead of turning the heat up.
Yeah, which is funny now that we have the baker's choice. We
uncover.
Yeah, it's great.
Because we stay warm.
The composting, we use the bucket system. If anybody has any question about it, the best video I've seen on that actually is from Doug and Stacy. So if you have any questions, Doug and Stacy have a good one. And if you consider doing the bucket system, definitely look into a urine diverter. That really that made the biggest difference for us. At first, we were really questioning our choice in going with the bucket system until we did the urine diverter, and that's been the best. And I do want to say thank you to Doug and Stacy for making themselves available to answer questions. We still have questions. We still ask them questions. We ask all kinds of other homesteaders that have YouTube channels and Facebook about stuff. Since we're only 8-9 months in, we still have a lot of questions. Yep.
And thankfully, there's something with homesteading. We have found so many people that want to offer their knowledge, and they're so nice about it that they don't get perturbed about it.
No,
or they don't get.
I don't feel like it's a competition either. So many people, if you say, "How did you make those Christmas light display?" or something, I just say it because I did one several years ago. You can check out the video down here. But everybody's like some kind of trade secret. When it comes to homesteading, everyone's so interested in seeing other people be successful in the same thing. Everybody's ready to help each other. In fact, it's still in the consideration stage. I threw a filler out there a month or so ago about once we build our big cabin, we're thinking about using this cabin and maybe get another one for a maybe Airbnb type setup. And also offer classes. We have a neighbor who's a blacksmith, old homesteader from way back. He's also an herbalist. We have a lot of knowledge to be able to share in all kinds of different things, and they do too. And we've also know other homesteaders that would be willing to come and teach classes. So we're considering, if you will, a homesteader kind of prepper, because you can't really be a homesteader without being slightly a prepper.
Yeah.
We're not full-blown preppers like a lot, but you might as well face it. If you're going to do a homestead, you're going to basically be a prepper. You're going to put away as much food as you can, and that type thing.
You're going to stock up on your essential items.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we did meet a lot of goals with that too, by the way. We raised some pigs. We butchered a couple of them. So
This is
got
our
them in
livestock
jars.
guardian dog, by the way.
Yeah, that's the pig.
This is Willie.
And this is Waylon.
This is Waylon.
But anyway, we're going to wrap this video up.
Well, no, not yet. Goals we didn't reach. We didn't have all of our wood chopped for the winter, so we're still chopping wood. That's going to change for next year.
Fortunately, we have the property we bought had just been recently timbered. In fact, we had to wait to take possession of the property until they completed their timber job. So there's lots of treetops on the ground that have been down approximately a year, so it's almost pre-seasoned wood. So we're fortunate in that part.
It's pre-seasoned, and we're going to cook it.
Yeah.
The next thing that we did not complete, we did not get our big cabin built, but we truly believe there was a reason for that, because with it being hunting season, Wayne's gone all over our property and all that, and we have finally found the perfect spot for our cabin, and it's going to be up on one of the ridges with a view that's to die for, and that's what I wanted. That was my request, was to have a cabin with a view, so we're going to have that. The next thing, we didn't win the lottery.
Yeah, for the last not least, we didn't win the lottery, so.
Yeah.
And I'd say, just like a whole bunch of you out there didn't win the lottery, dadgummit anyway.
Yeah, so, but, we need to tag a couple people, and I'll look through, our YouTube list of people that we watch quite often, and I want to tag YB Family Farm.
Hey, wasn't they the one we did the last collaboration with?
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
cool.
On how we heat our home.
How we heat our home.
Yes, so
and
you
can check out
those.
that video too, and those videos.
I also want to tag Family Homestead. They've been really good at answering any questions. And one that I just found today, I want to give them a shout out and challenge them, and they're rocking C Homestead. So make sure you go and check out their videos too, and subscribe to their channels. Please like and subscribe to our channel.
And be sure to check out all the other videos on this collaboration with all the other homesteaders, because we don't make any money from our YouTube channel. We more or less done it for documentation. Some of them have the goals of making money. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
One day it'd be nice.
But the big thing is we do have a vast array of knowledge available through all these YouTube channels. And if you're considering doing this or are doing it, I'm sure you can learn. Or even
just living more frugally.
I'm sure you can learn a lot. There's a lot to be learned. So be sure and check out all of them. And subscribe to all the collaborators. It's it don't cost you a thing.
No.
You're helping guys out, and plus you're telling them what information they're putting out there, and us that you like. So be sure and like the video, subscribe, click the little bell so you get notifications when we put up a new video, and they put up new videos. For other than that, we want to thank
Practical Modern Homesteading.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Guys don't hate
me. After 25 years, he still doesn't remember mine either.
Yeah.
He calls me Grouch. That's not the name.
Yeah, it is.
That's not.
But anyway,
they don't want to know what I call you.
We'll wrap this video up. And be sure and check out everybody. Like and subscribe. And stop in and see us and leave us a message if you have any curiosity about any of this stuff. Leave a message for us or any of the other collaborators. And if you have an interest in, if we do put in a school, or I say quote unquote school, where we start doing classes on the different things, make those classes available, if you would have an interest, because let us know, because that's going to make a difference in whether we move forward with this, if there's interest in it. Do you want to keep rocking the camera?
Oh, well.
Like dipstick.
Rocking the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ain't the brightest light in the house.
Well.
But we're going to go for now. Bye. Stop by and see us anytime.
See ya.